Well, first of all, warm thank you to the EIF and especially to Ms. Del Castillo for inviting us here and giving us the opportunity to speak. We really believe that the European Internet Forum is a crucial forum for open and fact-based discussion on what's crucial in the months ahead of us. I would like to start with the key question, and this is about the gigabit society. Now, what I would like to underline is that ETNO and its companies, we really support the idea behind the creation of a gigabit society in Europe. And we also agree, and Pilar has also referred to that, is that we're facing an important investment challenge in Europe. And that's an investment challenge that we have to address. Now, investment is not an objective per se, but I think it's an extremely strong tool to create more jobs in Europe, to create more growth, and to make sure that we create this digital society for all the Europeans. We're going to have a very important process ahead of us. I think there's a crucial role for the European Parliament to work with the proposals of the European Commission in order to make that they are really fit for purpose for the years to come. It's also my conviction that we need to work on this all together. It's a collective objective we all have to make sure that we create for Europe the best European framework for the next decade. But the key question is, of course, is what the Commission has put on the table. Is that the right solution for the thing going forward? If we look at it, I think we considered it a very good starting point for this co-legislative process that now starts. There's certainly still a lot of work on the text, but I think that's also the idea behind the proposal, because if there's nothing to be done anymore, then we would already be at the end of this process now, so there's still a lot of work on it, but I think it's a good starting position, and it's a better starting position than similar exercises we have seen in the past. Now, let me just quickly, to respect time, address 2 points I think we need to work on, and that is, one, we must make sure that we have inclusive investment incentive, and the second thing is we must make sure that we create more space for innovation in Europe. The first thing about inclusive investment incentive, very briefly, our goal is to create better connections for as many citizens as possible, as ubiquitous and as fast as we can. If we can achieve this all together, then I think we can call ourselves successful. Now, I think there we need to work a little bit further on the proposals which are on the table. Pilar has already referred to certain investment models. It's the vision of our members that we should make sure that we incentivize all investment models and not just a few. And second, that we make sure that we use all the opportunities that technology offers to bring fast networks to the European citizens. This can be fiber to the home, fiber to the curb, G.fast, or what cable networks are providing. It's really important that we don't leave any opportunity off the table to create as fast networks as fast as possible for all the Europeans. I really recommend you to visit the ETNO website because it's a very interesting study on this subject from Boston Consulting Group, and I would also to refer to a study that Liberty Global has recently issued, a study from communication chambers on this subject, to make sure that we use all the technology opportunities which are ahead of us. And the second thing is about innovation. I think it's key. Everything is about data, is about application today. What we really need to create is more opportunities for European companies to innovate. It's my belief that we need to do this through simplification of our rules. There's still a lot of work on that. I think the proposal of the Commission is a good starting point, but I think we really must make sure that we further simplify the rules in order to make sure that we stimulate all the people who want to innovate to create new services. And it's also important to have a very consistent set of rules. Really, let's start from the perspective of the consumer and make sure that he has a very consistent set of rules with which he will be confronted. It's a service that should matter, not the one who is providing the service. So to wrap it up, is the gigabit society possible? Yes, we really believe it is possible. I think the proposals of the Commission are the right starting point for this core legislative process. There's still a lot of work ahead of us, but you can really count on us, my members and ETNO, to be an important and a very active stakeholders in this process. So thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.